Hi folks, this is Dr. John Baker. I'm a chiropractic doctor in Longview, and the topic of this video is discograms. Now, it came to me because I was having to refer a patient for a discogram, and I started thinking, well, I bet there's a lot of folks out there that have heard of discograms or maybe going to have a discogram and no one has told them what it is. Now, a discogram is usually done, usually ordered by a neurosurgeon with the notion that there's possibility that there's going to be a lumbar fusion, for example, which means that two vertebraes are going to be fused together. And obviously the problem there is identifying for sure which disc is the problem. Sometimes you can see it really clear on an MRI, sometimes you can't. So to make sure, you want to usually do a discogram to rule out going after discs that are not the problem. Now, what is a discogram? A discogram essentially is an enhanced x-ray of the joint. By enhanced, what I mean is that they're going to inject some contrast material, stuff that's going to show up on the x-ray, into the disc. Now, I've done in a real quick fashion a simplistic drawing to kind of show you what I'm talking about. This is a vertebrae, the bone in the back. This is a disc, and this is another vertebrae. This is a crude representation of a nerve root, and this is supposed to be the spinal cord, the nerve root branch out of the spinal cord, and this is an intervertebral foramen, the hole between the bones. Now, the little squiggle that I've drawn here is an example of what you might see on a discogram that has a nucleus, the jelly in the center that's starting to be dispersed out. And in fact, if this were being extruded, if it was being squeezed out of the shell of the disc, you might see parts of these droplets back here, and they would show up on the x-ray because of the nature of the contrast material. Now, in practice, the way it's usually done is that they use a needle and inject this contrast material inside the disc so that, for example, the nuclear material is going to be visualized on an x-ray. And it's not unusual for 2 or maybe 3 discs to be injected so that the person who's evaluating the discogram can see which disc, for example, it's showing is having the problem. You know, for example, if they're concerned that the nuclear material, the jelly inside the disc, is being squeezed out, or to use the fancy word extruded, then you can see that on the discogram. And the injection is done under a low pressure. So that pretty much explains from a real general standpoint what a discogram is. Now, is it pain-free? Well, some people are going to experience some discomfort. Usually they do whatever measures they can to make it an easy process, but since it's done in anticipation that there might be a lumbar fusion, and you don't want to get the wrong disc, you don't want to do all that surgery and take out the wrong disc, then it's a really important procedure, and one that you might be faced with if you're facing lumbar fusion surgery. So, thanks for watching this video. It's kind of short. It's probably a relief to people that have watched my longer videos. Have a great day. God bless you. And don't forget, I think we need public option. Bye.